Periods, the menstrual cycle, and how that is going to affect your diet and your training. I think I'm the only male personal trainer to do a TED talk on the menstrual cycle. I, like many personal trainers, had no idea how the menstrual cycle affected my clients until one of my clients asked me on the gym floor, and I had to go do a bit of research. This isn't going to be the same for everyone, but this is what I've learned so far. If we were to assume that the average menstrual cycle is 28 days long, we'll split that in the middle, ovulation, day 14. The first 2 weeks is the follicular phase. The latter 2 weeks is called the luteal phase. Estrogen for a long time has had a bad rap, but it's actually a fantastic hormone. The first 2 weeks, the follicular phase, are going to be some of your best weeks with training. Ovulation is probably where you're going to see your peak performance. There are a few hormonal changes, including an increase in testosterone at ovulation. Some chicks get super horny, but not only that, they perform really well. To any lads listening, ovulation is when a woman is most fertile. So if you don't want to get your missus pregnant, come on her, not in her. So week 1 and week 2, pretty good. Week 3, week 4, Week 4 is where some women experience premenstrual syndrome. For some women, it's crippling, it's depression, it's irritability, fatigue, mood swings. For other women, they're okay. For some women, it's debilitating. And from a training perspective, coordination out the window, strength out the window. There's also an increase in the metabolic rate of women. Their requirements for energy increase. Yet not many people know about this, so they don't make any real changes to their dieting protocols, and they often fall off the wagon. So what considerations should we make for women in their training? Your first 2 weeks are going to be your best weeks. As you get to ovulation, this is where you aim for your personal best. After ovulation, until you menstruate again, it may make sense to do less complex movements, maybe do more machines, maybe do more volume, simpler exercises, and accept the fact that your strength isn't going to be where it was before. But don't beat yourself up in this phase. From a dieting perspective, for a lot of women that I coach, it only makes sense to diet in the first 2 weeks of your menstrual cycle. The other 2 weeks, maintenance. And to incorporate extra food, a couple pieces of fruit, maybe even more during PMS. Something to help offset the extreme cravings. But for many women watching this, if you expect to maintain a high level of training for 4 weeks out of 4, it's quite an unlikely expectation. And when it comes to comparing your progress throughout your menstrual cycle, you should only compare week 1 to the following week 1, week 2 to the following week 2. Because between week 1 and 3 of the month, you're 2 different physiologies. The more that women and men can understand these fluctuations and differences in training and dieting, not only can this improve the relationship between personal trainers and their clients, it can improve the relationship between women and their menstrual cycle, between women and their training, and between women and their own dieting. If personal trainers do not manage their clients' expectations around the menstrual cycle, they are setting people up to fail. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.